Okay, so for my final project, I did a PowerShell script for 363, and I'm going to jump right into my PowerShell script for my final project. So for my PowerShell script, which you'll see in a little bit, I did, it starts out installing DHCP, and I create some scopes and exclusions so that later in the script, I export a virtual machine, import a new virtual machine, copy and generate new IDs for them, and I turn them on. And I do have two virtual machines that I do this for. In this script, I'm only exporting one virtual machine, but I will turn both of them on just because it takes a while for them to export and then re-import back in. Later in the script, I create a virtual switch as well, and I'm going to assign them to all the new virtual machines as well as the host machine, and set a static IP address on the host machine to test connectivity and make sure that these newly created virtual machines are back up and running. And then I just ping from them just to show that hey, they are back up and running. We've copied them. We've made a new one. So this script is great for copying virtual machines and creating replicas or for redundancy as well. Okay, so here we will jump right into the live demonstration. Okay, so here you can see the script running, and I'm showing that the virtual machines are powered off. And I'm just going to close out of a couple of windows before I fire up the test here. Here I'm running the script with PowerShell, and it's going to start installing DHCP right now, giving us a couple of warnings that there's no static IP address on the host machine, and this is because it's not even connected to the virtual switch yet. So it's still trying to those warnings will be cleared up by the end of the script when I assign a static IP address to the DHCP server. This is what I was saying. It kind of takes a little bit of time to export the virtual machines, but you can see for the Win Server 2 and on the Hyper-V Manager, that's one I've just already exported in a PowerShell script. And right now I'm going to be exporting PowerShell Test 2. And then I'll be re-importing it. Re-importing it as PowerShell Test 2. And then I'm going to turn them both on, and then they'll grab DHCP addresses and assign to the vSwitch that I create later in the script. And then we'll test the connectivity here. So we'll just wait a couple more minutes as the virtual machines are powering on here. You can see in Hyper-V Manager now that they are running. I turned them on, and they're going to take a minute here to turn on quick. So that's why I put that pause in the script here, because I don't want to start pinging right now while they're still turning on. Obviously, they will not connect. And there you can see that that last IP address, 192.168.1.1, is a address I assigned to the internal switch. That's the vSwitch I created. And there you can see that I got full connectivity with both of the virtual machines that are turned on, exported, and running now. So you can see how easy it is to copy and make new virtual machines for replication and redundancy. Okay, so for the lessons learned I had throughout this project, I learned that using Hyper-V and PowerShell checkpointing virtual machines is a little bit more complex than exporting and importing them, which is what I originally wanted to do. It became like complex because like using the GUI, it's really easy. You can click around in the directories, but when you're doing the PowerShell, you're firing a VM and you're trying to create a VM and checkpoint it at the same time, like through the whole script. Like somewhere in the lines, either I couldn't figure out or you're not able to checkpoint a VM and create it within the same script because it's looking in directories that seem to point to it, but it's not. It's like looking for it before it exists, or It's not recognizing that it's a unique ID. So I'm not sure what happened there. The other thing that I had lessons learned was you just can't do everything that you can like through Hyper-V in PowerShell. Some stuff just has to be done in the GUI because it's just not created and ready for PowerShell yet. But that's pretty much all I learned in this project, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.